everybody, and welcome back to the Top Flight Computers live stream. I just realized, and I did this way too often, our mic is pointing dead to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so while Andrew does that, I will speak louder. So I can actually get it directed. There we go, now it's you guys can probably hear us, but Chris is giving me a little quiet. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's see. Hopefully, that is a much better audio sound than the floor you guys are getting. So, my name is Connor.
And I am Connor. No, I'm Andrew. Tonight we're building ROUSHCHARGED. I think I said that right.
Yep.
So this is a workstation designed for live streaming. Live streaming what? We don't know. So this build is centered around an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X. That has a 16-core, 32-thread processor. It's a beast of a chip. And it'll be cooled by a Fractal design Celsius S36. It'll be socketed in a Gigabyte X570 AORUS Ultra motherboard, paired with 32 gigabytes of T-Force VULCAN Z DDR4 3200 memory. We have two NVMe SSDs, a 512 gig and a 1 terabyte. We have a EVGA RTX 2080 Super 8 gigabyte KO Gaming. Their names are so long.
They are.
We have a Corsair RM 850 watt to give power to everything. We have a Fractal design Meshify S2 to install everything in, along with some Phanteks fans that are already pre-installed in there because we did that before Connor did it. And we have two Elgato HD60 Pro capture cards as well to help with live streaming.
This can do 4K 60? 1080 60?
Yeah.
I know their new version does. I think in the new version.
Yeah, these are 1080 60s.
There's one, but anyway.
We have two of them, so it's like 2K.
2K, yeah. The cooler is already installed on the bracket, so the box was empty. For those of you that are freaking out about it, I just threw a cooler on the ground. The NVMe SSDs are in the mail. There's a little bit of a shipping delay, but we wanted to get this built, as slotting in some M.2s is actually a lot simpler than, for example, missing a processor or something to that effect.
Yeah, it's really hard to build it without the processor or the motherboard.
Yeah, it's like the storage is probably one of the only components that you could actually miss.
Yeah.
Or the graphics card. You could also get.
Not on this. You can't boot into anything.
That's true. You wouldn't be able to.
You have no video out. It seems like every time I order parts for a computer, motherboard shows up dead last, like 2 weeks after everything else.
Really?
I'm like, what the heck?
Mine's always first.
I just have this pile of parts sitting there. I can't do anything.
So I'll just get it. I'll get the parts in, and then I'll just slowly slot them in as they come in.
I wish.
And I will go ahead and install the M.2 standoffs, even though we do not have it yet. But then it'll just be as easy as undoing 2 of the heatsink screws and
bippity boppity.
Yep, dropping it on right back on it and moving along. And like Andrew said, those are the normal HP M.2s that we've been using on basically all of our builds. If you want to see those, you can jump back to our previous build where we installed both of them.
Yeah, that's nothing interesting to watch.
No.
2 screws.
Basically going to do that here, just without putting them in.
It, yeah.
Just mime it.
Did you watch that tech support challenge? That
No, I've been meaning to, but...
Oh, okay, I won't spoil it, but...
Is it good?
Jay could use some research on installing M.2, that's all I'll say.
Oh, God.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it's a VOD of a live stream, so it's like kind of tedious to watch all like 2 or 3 hours of.
Yeah, it was long. That's why I was been like holding off on it.
If you just want something to watch while you're working or whatever in the background, then it'll be good.
Put a bag of trash down here, and then I put it far enough away that I couldn't even reach it.
So I don't think we used the Ultra board as much. Is this 8-4?
This is the N4. Yeah, we used this one last week actually.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember because of the silver heat sink.
Because I had to go get the BIOS for that one. I didn't have it on hand. I think we use mostly the Pro Wi-Fi's.
Yep.
But they're all good boards.
They're all great.
They're all equal boards.
Some of them have different features. It basically just comes down to what feature sets that you.
Yeah, it's like
honestly what it
usually
is.
1 or 2 different features between them.
Yeah. Hey.
One of them's me.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching us on YouTube, welcome. And we are also streaming on Facebook as well. So we're responding to comments to both. Chris is behind the camera, or actually behind the monitor, actually, not even behind the camera at this point. And if you guys are curious about anything, go ahead and let us know, and we will absolutely respond to it. As I say, as
he's
Chris
gonna take a picture
stands up and walks away.
No, he's gonna take a picture and post it here to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris likes to do.
Yeah.
Chris likes to do behind the scenes looks, even though there's not that much to see sometimes.
Connor, I have to come in.
Yeah.
Just crop it.
Just crop it, yeah. We still have a very nice project sitting behind the camera, which I'm editing now. Currently editing, I should say.
Crop it like you're wearing a crop top.
But
I did not want to see Chris in a crop top.
no,
Nope.
I do not.
Well, I'm not gonna wear crop top, so there.
So at my high school, at least, I was in marching band in high school. I didn't do it in college because I didn't have time. But anyway, I think it was the second Tuesday of band camp. They had a shorts day. And this is not for the females. This is for the males in band. It was
Okay.
very.
Keep the story family friendly.
It is. No, it is. It was still. It was a public high school. It was family friendly. It was just very bright in the parking lot that day.
I imagine.
Lots of white ties.
It's very funny the difference between your high school and mine.
What?
We had bring your tractor to school day.
Oh no, I've heard of that in rural areas. I was in Cary, like
Yeah, it's
no one has a tractor. But that was also just marching band being marching band.
Yeah, we had bring your tractor to school day, and the issue was the
Don't into this.
access road to the school was like a mile long,
Yeah.
and it was just 2 lanes,
So
and it was
got a
like
little-
drop-offs on either side. So
little bit of
getting
hang
to
up.
school and getting away from school was so aggravating.
See, I would just miss that day. I would have been like, "Yep, today I'm not going to school today."
And like I give people credit. Like we had some kids get up in their, old tractors that would go maybe like 30 miles an hour, and they would
That's
drive.
fast. That's way too
Yeah,
fast.
no,
Like 5.
and they would literally drove. Like one kid got up at 3 in the morning.
Wasn't this like an FFA thing, like Future Farmers of America?
Probably.
I
But
think
no,
that's
he got up
usually
at
the
3
organized.
in the morning. Like left his house at 3 in the morning to drive to school in his
But
tractor.
you know what? If he lives and works on a farm, he's probably used to that.
Yeah, it's
Get up
fair.
and milk the cows, slaughter the hogs, feed the chickens. Hope I'm not offending anyone. A lot of my family lives in the country, so.
But ironically, this is ROUSHCHARGED, which is the complete opposite of slow.
Ah, yeah, it's something car driving GTA. No, just
No,
kidding.
NASCAR.
Yes, I know. iRacing, sim racing, iRacing. They try to explain to me what sim racing is and iRacing is and stuff, but I just haven't looked into it. Apparently, it's like driving cars on a computer. Why don't you just drive a real car?
That's gonna trigger so many
Oh,
people.
I know. That was the point.
And now announcing this is Andrew's last stream.
And Andrew's retiring.
And we're now looking for a replacement. So,
Will, are you still in Wyoming?
no, he's actually in Texas.
He's in Texas now.
He's
I
in
bet
Texas.
he's loving that.
No, he hates it.
What? I thought he would like Texas. Why doesn't he like Texas?
So Will is the old presenter that used to be here, working with me. He has hence been shipped off in the Air Force, and he's now in Texas. So he's learning to be an officer.
He's in officer training.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say I forgot what branch he was in, but then I felt like an idiot. I remembered. iRacing is so popular now. See, I don't have time for any new
It absolutely
games or anything because I play too much Rust.
Yeah, you like dedicate your
Okay.
entire life to it.
No, wait. Okay, so we haven't played in like a month until the last 2 wipes. And here's the thing, right? If you don't invest, if you don't have 6 to 8 teammates on the server I play, and each one of them doesn't invest at least 5 to 6 hours in a day to Rust, you will not win anything in that game. You have to be on a lot to be one of the top clans on the server.
That sounds like iRacing right there.
But
Just-
well, okay, no, but twice a week the server resets and everything's back to how it was. That's what I would say.
What's really funny is literally inside of this box is this processor and just a giant hunk of
Yep.
foam.
Why is that, Connor? What is missing?
Because the stock cooler, being one of these boys, actually, I have it sitting literally right here.
Yeah, the one with heat pipes?
Yep.
Okay.
So the stock cooler is not actually enough to cool this processor.
Yep.
So even though this big honking piece of metal and fan is not actually enough to cool this processor, so we have to kick it up to a 360, I was about to say 360 watt, 360 millimeter all-in-one cooler.
Yep.
Well, technically it will, it just won't run as fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes,
It'll
will
run hotter
but-
and not as fast and louder, much louder.
and it'll also hurt the overall longevity of the chip as well.
Depends. If it stays under, I think AMD says like 85 or 90. I think it's 90. But anyway, I used that 3700X stock cooler, that same one, on my 3700X for like 2 weeks before my cooler came.
20 what?
Viewers
Oh,
on Facebook.
wow. That's actually
I
impressive.
just had like 20 pages share it.
That's awesome.
Anyway, as I was saying,
24.
Oh yeah, now your dreaded, the absolute dreaded
Oh,
piece of...
I got the last two ones fine.
Yeah.
As I was saying, I used that cooler for like 2 weeks on my 3700X, which is a has half the cores of this chip, I think, 8 versus 16.
Mhm.
It was very loud. Like it
It
managed
just
to
like
cool
100%,
it.
right?
I couldn't OC, and it was just very loud.
All right.
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Are you ready for
Yep.
motherboard? Perfect. So I'm just going to toss that on in the middle. We'll jump on up and grab it.
And not fall.
Yeah, not fall. So what's missing up over here is actually our radiator bracket. It's sitting in the middle. I have already went through and taken the liberty to take that out and install fans and our radiator on it. It takes a very long time to do, and it's very boring.
Yeah.
In the sense of, so we wanted to save everyone's wonderful stream time into actually entertaining content and not trying to just monologue over something.
So Brad is asking what cooler did we go with on these. So tonight we're using the Fractal Design S36. It's a triple 120mm AIO water cooler.
Hopefully that was in frame. I don't actually know if it was.
Yeah, the past few builds we've used EVGA variants, but they're actually very, very similar. The only difference really is the radiator and what the pump head looks like, and some software stuff. So the actual pump and that whole cold plate mechanism they're actually all made pretty much by Asetek, which is a company that holds the patent for that pump on the CPU block design.
Yeah, pump on block.
So Corsair, EVGA, Fractal, Cooler Master, pretty much all these companies just use Asetek built stuff and then throw in their own software RGB radiator.
Unless you are Deep Cool.
That's it pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
They-
and
they
then
have
they
a
got
patent
around
loophole.
they got around the
They have a
patent.
loophole. I don't like the way it looks though.
Yeah.
It looks dumb. But yeah. Oh no, and EK has one where the pump's built into the radiator instead of the pump head.
Yep, I have seen that as well.
CPU cooler.
There are a few that do that.
Yeah, but pretty much they're all Asetek, so they all look and perform fairly similarly.
Indeed.
So some of the decisions we've been doing recently are basically coming out of stock due to COVID shortages. But that being said, we're able to keep it all to the higher quality parts that we like to use.
Yep. And we've started to now stock a lot of stock.
Yeah,
Stock a lot of.
anytime we see the parts that we really like in stock, Chris has been buying a few of them to
Yeah, we've been
keep in
picking up.
reserves.
So if you are interested in picking up one system, either exactly like this or different, feel free to go ahead and I don't even know if there's a link. Chris sometimes does a link.
No, just go to topflightpc.com.
Just go to topflightpc.com and fill out the form, or you can also see some of our past builds there as well. Yeah, including some of our internal builds too. Been also a blast.
We're at 40.
All right.
I haven't done an internal build on here yet. I will eventually. Probably a home theater PC.
Oh, yours like personally?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, you did Spire, you
internal.
did it with me. I was like, what are you talking
I'm talking
about?
about my own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose the smallest ITX case I can find. Probably like a Dan case to make you cable management. I was like, I'll be out that week.
Yeah. Chris, do we have PTO for that week?
Ah. Do you have PTO? That's the question.
Do I have? Yeah. Andrew was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do an internal build. I'm gonna make the smallest case possible and make you cable manage it. And I was like, hey, do we have PTO signed up yet?
It's gonna be cable managing like 2 radiators and a Dan case.
Oh gosh, no.
So that sounds like I'm buying another Cerberus or no.
Roughly the size of a milk jug.
Didn't they have a smaller one?
Yeah, there's a smaller one.
No, Dan case is. I think Dan case is still the smallest volume case on the market. The A4 or whatever. They're tiny.
Tiny boys.
Yeah.
So I'm now just installing our cables, plugging in the cables, I should say.
I'm doing peels on the graphics card.
Andrew is getting the
Make sure I
graphics
get all
card
the
already.
peels.
And don't forget, you also have other expansion
Yes,
cards.
I got them out already.
Ah.
They don't have peels though.
You want to explain what those are for the viewers?
So
People
these-
that don't understand, or don't understand, don't know.
Yeah, we have dual Elgato HD60 Pros. So these are HDMI capture cards. So what they allow you to do, you'll see here they have an in and out port. So pretty much if you're streaming from, say, an Xbox, for example, just as an easy example, you run your Xbox's HDMI into this and then back out to your TV that you're actually playing on. And it allows the computer that's plugged into the PCI Express slot to record that gameplay and convert it to a usable file format. So yeah, it's good for live streaming if you have external sources.
You can
Stuff
also
that's not
do
just
your
computer.
computer monitor as well, which is another big one.
Yeah, and your webcam. If you use like a DSLR or something, you're shooting a 4K face cam for your stream. You're gonna need something. You would want a 4K variant of this, but you're gonna need something to capture that and integrate into your stream and recording well. So yeah, we have two of them because I guess you might have two sources.
Yeah, so usually, like, we have two of them in our streaming system that you guys are actually watching this on. So obviously we have the two cameras here, but beyond that, we're not actually utilizing both capture cards.
Yeah.
So this camera is actually a webcam, but like we have planned to do some like gaming streams and things like that with Chris gaming and us trying to build a computer against Chris kind of thing. So we could hook up one of the gaming monitors over there to the HDMI out. And then do the HDMI in, you just do a little bridge card from your graphics card, or bridge cable, I should say.
Yeah. I still want to play PC Building Simulator on stream.
PC Building Simulator.
Have you played that?
Yeah, I run it well. That's what we're
It's
playing on
pretty
Facebook right now is PC Building Simulator.
We could have a competition between us three. I'm gonna phrase that poorly. To see like who can get to like $5,000 profit first, or whatever, on that game. It's pretty fun.
That'd be interesting.
Although most of it's just learning the controls.
I think it'd be actually really funny to just like bring in a like a racing wheel and have it set up over there.
A racing wheel.
Yeah.
You gonna let him do iRacing during the stream?
Maybe not iRacing, but do like a sim racing setup.
GTA came out in GTA 5 came out
2012.
2012. I thought it was 2013.
It was 2012.
Oh.
We looked it
Is
up.
that the same year as Skyrim?
I do not know actually.
Let's see. Okay, I gotta go back to high school. My math of my high school years. So I graduated 2014. It came out my sophomore. 2012 was Skyrim 2, I think.
Chris,
so
can you verify?
That's like 8 years old now.
Well, he'll get to it.
What year did GTA 5
What year did
come out?
GTA 5 come out and Skyrim? I'm fairly certain it was either 2012 or 2013.
Okay, that's not at all what I asked for, Siri. Not even a little bit.
GTA 5 was in 2013, September 17th.
I was wrong. It was.
2013. It's still 7 years old.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's still Punisher hardware. 2012, I think.
November 11th, 2011.
2011.
Oh.
That is nearly 9 years old.
Where's the new Elder Scrolls Bethesda? What are they doing over there? If they're not making Elder Scrolls. Oh, Fallout 76. Okay, yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. That's not a game we
Do you
talk
remember when that trailer came out, the first one, and people were so excited? It was like the Leaving the Vault Day or whatever.
Mhm.
And they played Country Roads in the background. Everyone was so excited on the internet. Man, that aged poorly.
Alright, I will not plug this into pump header
Thank you.
to make you happy. just because.
It's always fun when you turn it on for the first time and one of the fans is at 100% volume or speed.
It's 100% volume.
It's both. It's speed and volume.
That's fair. It is, to be fair. Just 100%, yeah.
So we're only about 20 minutes in, but I'm going to say we're about halfway at least, if not more. So, as a reminder, this is a ROUSHCHARGED. This is a workstation designed for live streaming and presumably gaming. So this is centered around an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X as a 16-core 32-thread processor, along with our RTX 2080 Super 8GB. So yeah, those will form kind of the heart of the system, I think.
Yeah, those are the main specs.
CPU, GPU, you know, everything else can change a little bit, but it's what really makes up a gaming and workstation computer. So Chris, do we know if this is actually gonna be like a workstation or just a streaming workstation?
Well, that is kind of the
That is the work.
work.
I don't know, like CAD or something. I don't know, like a professional application.
It's
There we go.
used by a company.
Okay, so yes.
Yes.
Okay, we don't know which applications. All right.
It's iRacing and streaming.
Okay.
That's what it's for.
Cool. Vroom vroom, I'm in the moon's car.
Oh my gosh.
Is that iRacing? Am I doing this
Are
right?
you just trying to tick off like half the audience
Yeah,
at this
kinda.
point?
They're probably gonna hate me, but you know.
Probably. I think they already do.
If they want to donate some like racing wheels and pedals to me to try it, I'll try it.
I actually have it. You need to come over. I have it. So I actually last stream I talked about this, but I do some light, just racing simulations and things.
Yeah. Well, I thought you had so much free time for your job.
Yeah, right. But yeah, actually set up a projector wall and a racing wheel, and like pedals and things. Probably not up to the level that this will be used for, but
Sure. No, the closest I got to simulation racing was GTA 5 first person, which quickly turned into a Ram Fest. And yeah.
let's remember to plug in the CPU header first.
Oh yeah.
This time.
That A pin usually gets caught in the way too.
Yep.
Like pull it out. Yeah. So
Now we're hitting on just the edge of the armor up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Are you gonna have to slide the rad?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll just have to unscrew some stuff real quick.
I do not believe we have that board in stock, Mike, but if you go to our website, topflightpc.com, and hit up the contact form, I'm sure Chris or Chris, either one of them will be happy to help you.
Ironically,
flesh out
not the
build.
same person.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a joke. They're both named Chris. Chris is the owner as well as Chris, the customer relations sales guy.
Sales
Marketing.
rep,
Yeah. He holds many hats.
He does. This whole company is just holding many hats.
Luckily, I can do it because I have a big head, so I can fit a lot of hats on. I'm just kind of chilling while Hunter readjusts that rad.
Yeah. I thought I had it off the bat too. It
Yeah,
fit
that-
in, but
I
I
think
didn't have
that
the
armor,
motherboard put in here yet.
That armor gotcha on the board.
Yeah.
Is it on the IO shield, I guess?
Yeah, no, it's the it's basically the not the chipset, but the VRM
Ah, okay.
kind of stuff up there.
So typically on these higher end boards, you'll see some heat sinks and like plastic shrouding to make it look better on the power delivery to the CPU.
I'm like way off the screen when standing up.
They miss your beautiful face.
I know.
You won't see that on lower end boards. Typically, they'll have like a naked bank of capacitors, but when you start pushing a lot of voltage and power through chips, it's gonna need some better cooling and whatnot, and aesthetics.
Yeah. And
Probably
stuff.
RGB. Yeah. RGB support.
Yeah, they'll plaster RGB over anything.
Corsair's the worst offender, I tell you.
They are, but they do it well.
I was actually so tempted to buy some of those base station, the light ones, the light stations.
The light
They're literally just lights on poles that you sit on your desk and you control them with their RGB on.
But they look good.
I'm sure it's great if you're like a live streamer and want to have some like I know you can do, someone can cheer bits and like change the color of Philips Hue's lights. I'm sure you can do something similar, but
Yeah, because Corsair has built 2 integration.
yeah, because I was in a stream for a while where I think it was like 200 bits you could change the color of lights in the room.
I know Corsair just got, or IQ just got support for Fall Guys. So
Fall
like,
Guys?
so you know
I've
the
been
new.
playing that, yeah.
So whenever like things will happen, they'll change your whole
no.
like keyboard color, your whole computer color, or anything like that.
That game is a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Steam. I think it's $20 on Steam.
No, it's 15.
15?
Yeah.
I read it off. It's just kind of a relaxed.
That would be a game.
Physics.
We need to
driven.
get that set up before Friday on that computer and have Chris build it. Have Chris play Fall Guys.
It's a very casual game.
It is very
It's,
casual.
you can play it for 5 minutes or 6 hours. Like it's just good.
We're
wholesome
doing
fun.
that. I'm getting that set up.
Good wholesome fun. It's very family friendly.
You're playing Fall Guys on Friday, but
It would make him angry.
I know
can tell you that.
it would be great.
Chris, you get angry when you're trying to when you're in a video game and you like fall off something and have to restart? He's not answering.
No. He's shaking his head no.
Okay, well you'll get mad when you fall because someone pushed you.
He says no, but that actually means yes.
Yeah. No, I don't believe him at all. So it looks like Connor's installing our CPU block onto the CPU. Very carefully, gingerly. Whew. We don't have much wiggle room on the tubes there, do we?
No. There it goes.
I believe, have we used this cooler in this case before?
I do not know.
If we have, we can't remember. I know I haven't, but you might have. So once he's done with that, I'll get to installing our expansion cards, and then we'll be about ready to wrap it up after some. I think there's our cable management.
Not really. I mean, I've gotten the kind of the channels all mapped out where I want to put them, but
okay.
Have not actually like sat down and.
Well, you are sitting.
Yes. Very true.
Let's see. What else can I monologue about? Any hardware news this week? There was a video I was meaning to watch for news. I didn't watch it, but
Was it what?
I think it was about Ampere.
Oh.
The new NVIDIA line of graphics cards is rumored to drop in the next 2 months. I would say, pretty safe to say in the next 2 months.
Where did I put my screwdriver?
Be quiet, right here.
Ah, thank you. I was like, where did the be quiet screwdriver go?
And so anytime we lead up to a release like a new CPUs or new GPUs, lots of rumors floating out.
Yeah.
Some people say 50% more performance than last gen. Some people say 5. You know, people leak renders of cooler designs and stuff that never really end up being anything.
True.
So, but it's still entertaining to follow the gossip.
Oh yeah. And if you guys are ever installing a AIO or actually any CPU cooler in that fact, you always do a cross pattern, very similar to in whenever you torque down the lug nuts on your car.
Really, when you torque down like anything.
Really, yeah. So basically, then you get even pressure,
Yeah.
so you don't have your.
It also just helps with installing it. Because if you torque one corner down all the way, you probably can't even get the others to the right.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get all the rest of it through.
There's just no good. But in this case, you want it to spread, again, make even contact with the CPU as well as spread the thermal paste evenly.
Yep. And get as much contact, yeah, as.
Yeah. Oh.
Oof. I mean, those are the Intel standoffs, so I don't need them, which is good. So I'm gonna do some quick cable management here, and then toss it over to Andrew to install our multiple expansion cards.
Just itching to get the PCI Express slots.
And we'll be basically done. We're gonna do OS install off stream. Sadly,
as per usual. We could speed run it on stream, but I don't think Chris would like that.
No.
He wants to go home at some point tonight.
And then once we are finished with that, all of the pictures of this will be uploaded to our Facebook as well as the website.
Yep. And if you want to follow our Facebook page, head on over to Facebook and search up Top Flight Computers. You can also join our Top Flight Crew page, where you can chat with us or others in the community about computers or iRacing or
Police siren lights.
Yeah, police siren lights if you want. I want those off Facebook Marketplace for whatever reason. You can also join our buy and sell group there if you have stuff you want to buy or sell related to computers, preferably.
Michael.
Let's see what else. That's really the only social media we use religiously. Unless you really like Twitter and Instagram and you really like recycle memes. Waiting for Chris to hear the recycle part. Yeah. And I wish we got rights to Jeopardy song. I always want to sing it, and I'm like, oh man, DMCA, we'll get you on that copyright.
Actually, I may be able to find it in the YouTube free
Maybe.
music
Although,
algorithm thing.
if I sing it off key enough, they won't know.
True.
Which is the only way I do sing, so it'll be fine.
Because you just have to give accommodations, because like you can get like Bach and Beethoven.
Well, there's also fair use.
Yeah.
I could use up to 15 seconds of it with no issue, but hey. You still haven't watched Hamilton, have you?
No.
Oh, come on.
I haven't. You know I haven't.
You need to
had
understand
time.
my references.
you could still make them. I'm sure people out there will get them.
I don't know if anyone's here has watched Hamilton on Disney Plus. I feel like it's just.
I'm sure people have. I'm very much sure people have. Awesome. Alright. So,
Alright.
cable management
Alright.
completed. Mind you, we're still going to have some leftover pushback from the graphics card, but that's why it's not fully buttoned down underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that on in the center. Let Andrew take on over.
Go.
And kick over and install our multiple expansion cards.
I need to take out a bunch of slots here.
You do.
4.
So let's see, it would be 2, 3. Skip 1.
Actually, we start counting from 0, like programmers.
Oh, so 0. Okay.
No, it'd be 1 and 2.
So then 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then we're gonna figure it out as we go. Just gonna eyeball it. So I can't use that one. Okay, so I'm gonna use this boy.
What's up, Chris?
Huh?
I don't know, Chris just said oh, and that was a worrisome oh.
Well, probably me eyeballing it as I go.
What?
So I saw the Windows updates monitor, and I thought that was the big boy, but it's off, and I'm like,
And you're like, Chris almost had a panic attack over there.
it's the other one.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
just left that chilling. Alright, so graphics card slotted in.
Nice.
Very satisfying click, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is always a good one. Also, this is a good PSA because this is something that we talked about. Once a year, you should clean out your you should reinstall Windows, basically.
Well, okay, back up your files.
Yep, back up your files and then reinstall Windows.
Back them up in 2 places to be safe.
Yep, very much so.
That's what I...
Do that about once a year, you will solve basically like 99. You will avoid like 99% of technical IT issues if you do that.
Not only that, it also just speeds up your system. It's kind of a well-known phenomenon in the IT/PC repair business called Windows rot.
Yep.
Where over time Windows just gets slower, and partially because of Windows, and partial because you install programs and have services running that you don't really use anymore, and
the things
things
that
just get
lead
bogged
to
down.
Windows breaking really is those programs that you're installing that install different driver sets.
yeah, like
and,
everything has a freaking updater program.
yeah, yep. And then if your internet gets cut off or you lose power in that time, and you get a corrupted driver, and then hunting that down is, trust me, you don't want to do it. Just reinstall Windows this weekend. Why not? Have fun.
Yep. Just, I would say get a probably a large, either a very large flash drive or preferably a USB
Just get a
external hard
USB
drive.
external. Yeah.
Back up everything there that you would ever want on the computer, and then also, I would go as far as say if you have a Google Drive or like a Dropbox account, first make sure it's secure, but then also upload everything there.
Yep.
So in case something happens to that drive, you lose it, it gets dropped, so on and so forth. You have a backup of all your files.
And the one caveat to that is you're not going to be able to reinstall your programs. You will be able to reinstall your programs. They just won't transfer. But
Yeah.
all of your files and
that's
pictures
a
and
good
things
thing.
like that, yeah, are
'Cause
also
then-
going to transfer.
And that way you will only reinstall programs that you actually need.
Indeed. Also, if you guys hear, there's a windy boy outside. I just looked up and our window's caked in rain. So if you hear any rain noise or anything like that, just ignore it. Hopefully our soundstage is set high enough that you're not going to be able to hear it. But if you hear a little bit of a background noise, that's what it is.
My thumb screw just rolled away. Oh, there he is. I'm about to get another one. He decided he didn't have enough in his life.
I'm done with this.
Going to Mexico. Alright, so now we have...
Chris, is this one being shipped? Or shipped? No?
Yeah,
Shipped.
He's relatively local, I think.
Yeah. Nice. So this is not being shipped. We do also tend to ship a lot of our computers, mainly the West Coast, surprisingly.
A lot of Cali.
Yep.
So I'll just turn this so you can see the GPUs installed real quick. So we've got our GPU here, and then we also have the 2 Elgato HD60s installed down here. Alright, so...
You want to go ahead and power it up on your
yeah,
side?
let's
Go
go
for it.
ahead and...
You
make
got
sure
the
that-
cable right underneath you?
Yeah, so make sure it's gonna reach.
Yeah, yeah.
We should get a long one of these.
I actually just ordered one for my projector.
Yeah.
I bought a 20-foot power cable.
Yeah.
They sell them up to like 100 feet
I
for
think
the
I made
basic
frames
computer
too.
power cables.
Do you move the computer more than me?
Which computer? This computer?
Yes.
Okay. How's that?
Look, back. No, move it towards you.
You can't. It's on the edge of the table.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Right.
All right, so we'll go ahead and hit the power button.
The laptop is blocking it.
Oh, I can probably back that up a little bit.
Perfect. So it sounds like the fans are going.
Yep.
You'll probably notice that the power is going to kind of cycle on it. You'll hear some of the fans ramp up and things. As Andrew.
As Andrew makes a bunch of noise.
Yeah.
Trying to
just unplug the laptop.
leak testers and stuff out of the way. There we go.
Is it out of the way? Or is it just more in the way, Chris?
It's fine.
Okay, perfect. So, as you guys can hear, it's kind of memory training right now, so it's trying to figure out what is inside of the system and what kind of
Frequencies
Really?
around that, voltages.
and how to make it turn on, more or less, before you can hit into the BIOS.
I think usually with Ryzen you get about 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
boots.
I think, what is it, the Xeons take, like...
Threadripper takes a good bit. Not as long as Xeon will.
Yeah, but the Xeons will take 15 or 20 little, like, boot ups and things
If
like
you
that.
have ever booted a real server motherboard, I feel sorry for you. They take
They are rough.
forever.
They're absolutely rough.
If you do push-ups while it's booting, it'll be jacked.
Dude, it sounds like we got a boom.
Yeah.
Everything will back down, so...
Yep. Boot.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, everybody, we want to say thank you for watching. This has been ROUSHCHARGED.
Yes.
Yep. The name slipped there for a second. I was like, Supercharger, Yep, this has been ROUSHCHARGED. I have been Connor. Over there has been Andrew. Chris is over there behind the camera, TV screens, monitors, and things like that. That's the little voices that you've been hearing. If you guys are interested in seeing the artsy-fartsy finished photos of this, go ahead and, like Andrew mentioned earlier, like us on Facebook. And if you're there, go ahead and join our Facebook group, Top Flight Crew, to join the chats and things to that effect.
Yeah.
Other than that, check out this system and many others at topflightcomputers.com.
Top Flight PC.
Top Flight PCs. It'll go to both.
PC.
PC, yeah, indeed. And we will see you on Friday for the next one. Goodbye.